current Chilean social context? Well, I think as nearly all the activists make clear, the climate crisis is extremely connected to the extractivism which has been going on, to the global injustice which we see, but also to the injustice within the country, that the elites are profiting from the current system, which is, I think, especially clear with the water rights, where very many people do not even have access to water, and in the future with the climate crisis this will intensify unless the regulations are changed and the constitution is changed. If this is my first time in Chile, it's actually not. I was first here in 2008. I worked as a tour guide in Patagonia on a ferry between Puerto Montt and Puerto Natales, and I've since come here, especially to Patagonia, many times because I worked a lot on scientific research vessels going down to Antarctica, so I've been several times to the area of Punta Arenas. And I've always liked to visit Chile as a tourist, particularly Patagonia, but I've also always seen how foreigners who have a lot of money, for example, are buying nice places on the Carretera Austral. And I think this is a problem because local people cannot afford to pay the same money for these areas which are their local homes. And I think there might be actually too many of Europeans or US Americans buying places, particularly in the south. What do I think of the inequality in Chile? I think it's shocking because Chile is a very rich country in resources, and the income of the resources isn't just equally shared, to the point that we have this massive protests now at this point because the inequality is so vast. And if there was a different constitution, if there were different laws, if there was different participation in the democracy, then I think most of the people in Chile would be able to live fairly well instead of just a few. And I think there's huge possibility for change because Chile in itself is not a poor country. What is my message for the Chilean people? So I've been extremely impressed with what was going on, but also extremely saddened with the police violence. I'm very sorry that the Chilean people have to experience this, and I think it's very courageous of them to continue. And I know, for example, tomorrow is another big strike planned. I think it's not going to be very, very easy. I think Piñera needs to resign. Piñera really needs to resign. He is responsible for what was going on in terms of the police violence. It's completely unacceptable what has happened. And I hope it will come to that, and that the future for the Chilean people can be different. Maybe one more thing. Also, of course, something which we have observed and which I think Chileans can be really, really proud of is the feminist protests, which have been so strong. And I would love that the feminist movements in Germany were so strong as they are here currently, and I hope this will continue.